Let me begin with Hakeem Jeffries. He too is seeing this political realignment. He has different names for it, though, comparing yesterday's America with today's America.
Because at that time in American history, there were multiple parties. We're in a two-party system right now, but there were multiple parties. And what Grant said is there are but two parties in America right now, patriots and traitors.
I say America first and America last. He says patriots and traitors. But I can assure you that Mr. Jeffries and I have very different ideas about who is who. So unlike leftists, I'll let you, the people, decide. First, the Democrats in Congress, left-wing activists and leftists in the judiciary, they are undertaking unlawful, unconstitutional, and propagandist measures to prevent the deportation of criminal illegal aliens out of this country. These are the same people, mind you, who denied American citizens, protesters on January 6th, their due process rights. These are also the same left-wing people who allowed millions of unvetted illegal aliens to break into our country at historic levels. Would you call those actions patriotic or traitorous? In the People's Republic of California, Democrats have blocked a bill that would have made sex trafficking of minors a felony. This isn't the first time Democrats have voted down a measure like this. Would you classify a party that votes not to make child sex trafficking a felony a party of patriots or a party of traitors? Lastly, about the biggest con ever foisted on our people by leftists in the Democrat Party and in the press, here is a fake journalist accepting culpability on behalf of the leftists in the press for that big con. You will also see the White House reacting to the press admitting wrongdoing after and only after Democrats were able to do all of their immense damage to our country.
President Biden's decline and its cover-up by the people around him is a reminder that every White House, regardless of party, is capable of deception. But being truth tellers also means telling the truth about ourselves. We, myself included, missed a lot of this story, and some people trust us less because of it. We bear some responsibility for faith in the media being at such lows.
Can you comment on those remarks and whether you agree with that assessment?
I do agree with that assessment from Alex Thompson, who I understand won an award for writing a story months and perhaps years after the American people already knew that story to be true. Millions of Americans watched our mentally incompetent president struggle with his day-to-day duties of this office. We watched our country be ran into the ground as a result, and nobody in the media wanted to write about that, talk about it. There were many reporters, I will say, right-leaning reporters who did talk about that, who didn't get awards, didn't get coverage. In fact, they were lambasted for their coverage. And I remember being on President Trump's campaign, talking about Joe Biden's clear mental incompetence and being accused by people in this room of manufacturing deep fake videos, trying to persuade the public into not believing what they saw with their own eyes for many years. And I think it's about time the legacy media finally admits that was one of the greatest cover-ups and scandals that ever took place in American history, and certainly it did contribute to the decline in the trust that Americans have for the legacy media.
Oh, yeah. What would you call a group of people who would imperil the safety and security of every man, woman, and child in America by hiding the fact that the occupier of the Oval Office was mentally incapacitated? Would you call them patriots or traitors? In my view, the America Last coalition, made up of Republicans and Democrats, are traitors. In my view, the America First coalition, consisting of Democrats and Republicans, is made up of patriots. But what really counts is what we, the people, think, and how motivated you all are to get out and demand change and to take the steps to get the America Last crowd out of power permanently. It's more than just voting, folks. It's educating yourself about how your own government works, politicking only for elected officials who seek a return to limited constitutional and lawful government. The expression goes that we get the government we deserve. We should show ourselves worthy of once again having a government of patriots. You know, folks, I thank God for my wonderful wife, my kids, my country, the greatest nation ever. And Americans like you who believe in the truth, the Chris Salcedo Show will never stop fighting for you.
The Chris Salcedo Show, for the news you need to know.